Hey everyone, welcome back to another bonus episode of the Spine Chilling podcast, Horror Talks with Tate. My name is Tate Irons, and I'm the host of the podcast. And today we have a special guest, and I'm very excited to announce that Lewis Santer is officially back to this podcast to talk about his role as the Mad Hatter for Fairest of Them All and his work on the upcoming movie, Season 13. So, Lewis, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really great, thank you. It is such a pleasure to have you back. Like, it's been over a year since we last chat.
Yeah, it's been a while, wasn't it? Yeah, it was when obviously Winnie 2 just came out. So that would have been, yeah, like sort of, I think it was like March last year or something. So it's like a year and a half ago, which is crazy. It's gone so quick.
Yeah, it is crazy because I remember releasing that interview like back in August last year. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it
How
has
was it,
been a while.
August?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
man.
August when I released it.
Oh, crazy. But yeah, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back.
Yeah, that's great. It's so great to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you,
Um,
bro.
yeah, thank you. So I'm gonna ask you about Ferris of the Mall because like I saw the movie and I thought it
Yeah,
was amazing and like you were like creepy as the Mad Hatter. Um,
thanks, man.
how did you get involved in it?
So I got involved in it through Scott, who's the producer of Winnie. So he kind of put me forward for it, and obviously ITN were also the producers for it. So it was sort of the same sort of bubble. You sort of had like the same. Vince was the DOP, and also the director Cunahan. I also knew as well because he was. Where did I work? I worked with him on something else. Was it? I saw him. I met him on Peter Pan, but I worked with him on someone else as well, and we've worked together loads now. Me and Cunahan, the director. So it's all sort of just being like in that, bubble with those amazing people. So yeah, I think also like where I did Tigger and other killers and other films, I think it was sort of when they needed a new villain for this film. I was sort of maybe at the forefront of their mind, maybe I don't know for something like that. So yeah, but I was so grateful to get the role. I love roles like that. Like I've always said, my dream role is the Joker. So when it did arise and I was asked to do it, I think I did not hesitate to accept it because I was like, this is the kind of roles I want to do. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense because like the Mad Hatter that you played, it did remind me of the Joker, like how he's like
yeah,
acting and like it was creepy.
yeah. Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, the Joker's inspiration, and also what's his name, Doomhead from 31, Rob Zombie films. It was sort of a mix between Joker and Doomhead, and obviously I looked at Johnny Depp's Mad Hatter as well because I wanted to still keep it truthful to the character of the Mad Hatter and like his story and who he is, but then have this sort of sadistic, twisted spin on it with the Joker and Doomhead from 31, and stuff like that. So yeah, that was my inspiration for the character.
Well, that's amazing.
Thanks,
Um,
man.
yeah, no problem. Um, so what was it like when you were working with the cast and crew for Fairest of Them All?
Yeah, it was a great cast. Obviously, it was really exciting that Kelly came back as Cinderella because obviously I knew of Cinderella's curse, and obviously this film was sort of a sequel, sort of like a spin-offy sequel with new characters. It was kind of that kind of vibe. So it was really exciting that she was back as Cinderella. I think I worked with literally. Well, I knew everyone pretty much, apart from like a couple people on that cast. So it was really exciting to work with people that I knew and I've worked with before. Obviously, I've worked with a lot of the crew as well before, which is really exciting. So yeah, it was a really good cast, and we had a lot of fun. I remember us having a lot of fun on that set, but also when it came down to doing the work, we were all really professional, and obviously and everyone was amazing on that set. So it was a good balance, I'd say, of sort of having fun while still getting the work done. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Cause like the girls that are playing the princesses, like they did a good job too. Like the fighting scenes, cause like this
Yeah.
movie does remind me a little bit of the Hunger Games.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, I was kind of jealous of the fighting because I do quite a lot of combat and stuff. So I'm training stage combat and screen combat. So I love roles that require like physical skills, and like with Tigger, for example, there's a lot of fighting. Well, not so much fighting, more killing, but like using your body a lot. I love roles like that. So the Mad Hatter did have some sort of physical scenes, but like when I was on set and watching the fighting scenes, I was a bit jealous. Like I wanted to sort of jump in there and then throw some moves, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's so fair. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, they were like, I bet the cast and crew did a great job with the movie too.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's a great team. It's a really good team. Yeah.
yeah, that's great. Um, were there any particular challenges you faced when filming the movie?
Oh, challenges. Let me think. I mean, I loved the character. I think there was a lot of dialogue, but like I can't complain at that. Like I do like a lot of dialogue. But I remember it took me some time to sort of really not just learn the words, but understand the words and sort of understand what he's saying, what he wants, that kind of thing. Which I guess is the same with every character you sort of delve into. But another little thing, it's not like a biggie, but the makeup, like it was like all this. The makeup was really intense because it's called Fuller's Earth, and it's like this makeup that you put on your skin and it sort of dries, and then as you smile and talk and whatever sort of facial expressions, it tears and rips and it makes this cracking sort of look. And I remember that with the fake blood down my neck and on my face, and then the black teeth, like so much makeup was put on my face. I remember after like I don't know, day 11 or something or whatever it was, you start thinking like it was great at the start. You think, oh, I look really cool, but then on like day 10, day 11, you're like, I'm getting a bit sick of my face feeling so dry. So it was like every night in the hotel it would be just moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. So that was the only thing. But compared to all the pros, like the pros outweigh the cons so much. Like that was like the only con really was the makeup. But then the makeup's such an important part of the role because that's who he is. He's the Mad Hatter, and he's got to have his iconic look. Along with sort of the Joker twist and all that. So it was essential for it to be there, but it was a bit of a challenge on like day 11.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Like the makeup, because seeing what your makeup was like when I saw the movie, I was like that would have been a lot of hard work.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was great. I remember when I first had it on, I loved it. Like I loved the suit. It was the purple and green suit, like the Joker. At obviously the iconic top hat, little pocket watch, all these little details, and obviously it does help when you're smiling and doing sort of some sadistic smile. When you can feel your skin cracking, it is like it does help in a weird way. Um,
Yeah.
but then yeah, the novelty wears off after like 2 weeks of it or whatever it was. Um, but still, it's nothing really to complain about. Like I still loved it.
Yeah, that is so fair.
Yeah.
So what did you hope the audience feel when they see the movie?
When they see the movie, what to feel? I'd say it's just like once again very similar to the Winnie films. Like the idea of just seeing these characters in a different light. I think that's just something that I love, and I feel like I know some people have negative opinions about it, and some people have positive opinions. But I really am a believer in sort of taking these characters from very positive settings and very positive movies and worlds, and then putting them into more of a negative, well, not negative, but more of a horror world. Into a sadistic, twisted, dark world. Um, I'm all for that. I think it's great because like I'm not going to be watching Cinderella anymore. Or if maybe I will, I don't know. But like at my age, I'm not really about watching Cinderella or Snow White or Beauty and the Beast and that kind of thing. So taking those characters and put them into a dark world, I'm all for it. So I think it's really interesting to see it. And there's so much ammunition there. Like a character like the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland, he's a very positive. He's a very nice. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. And but then taking a character which has the right traits to be that kind of crazy villain, it makes sense to me. Like he's very similar to the Joker in some ways. The only difference is one's good, one's evil. So then there's like a fine line, I think, between that. That makes sense. So it's interesting to play around with that.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense because like for like sorry, because of how I hope that people will love it because most of you guys are being recognized because of the Twisted Child universe. Like you, because you play Tigger, and
I
the
think I've had
others, like most,
three characters
yeah,
now: Tigger, the Mouse, and Mad Hatter. Yeah. So and
yeah,
I helped out Pinocchio as well, and Pinocchio. So there's so many characters. I'm turning evil, but I love it. I love it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, because like I did an interview with Martin Pollock, and like he's doing the puppeteer of Pinocchio with you,
Yeah.
which I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it was so much fun because obviously I met Martin at like a couple of the premieres, and I was on set for Peter Pan for like one day, so I spoke to him then as well. But it was great to sort of spend some more time with Martin. We get, I mean, I love Martin; he's great. And we obviously, whilst we were on Pinocchio, we were also talking about Puniverse, like what we want to be doing, because there was like a couple, like we didn't know much about it, but we got told a couple of things of what could happen in some of the scenes and like who could fight who and that kind of thing. And we were just sat there on set just talking about what we want to happen and like ideas, if this happened, if that happened, all hypothetical stuff, of course. But yes, it's really fun to sort of to chill with him.
Yeah, because I mean, I really, really enjoyed watching Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare just as much
Yeah,
as I did with Winnie the Pooh 2, because
yeah.
I told Martin, because like what a violent villain he played.
He was great. I loved Peter Pan. Honestly, that's kind of like I loved how dark that film was. Like, obviously Winnie Two is like my dream. It was my dream role and dream project, and I loved how that was like more popcorn fun. But then that's why I loved the contrast with Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare of how much of a darker world that Scott created. So yeah, no, I loved it.
Yeah, that's great. So I'm gonna now ask you about season 13.
Hmm.
Because like you and Jack Hoy are working on it.
Yeah.
Um, can you tell me what season 13 is about?
So season 13, obviously I don't want to give too much away, but with in a nutshell, is basically about we've kind of advertised it as Love Island meets Saw. So it's kind of like me and Jack wanted to make a film like this for a while now, and we both love the Saw franchise, and like the first film especially, like what that first film did and what that created as its own genre and its own franchise. So we were basically saying like we want to make something like that, but have a spin on it and like make it more modern and more sort of suitable for like life today. And obviously, such a big thing now is like Love Island and X on the Beach. I don't know if you're familiar with these shows and Married at First Sight. All these, and obviously content creation as well, and social media now has taken over the world. So we thought if we could take those sort of people and those sort of characters that live those kind of lives and put them in a horror setting, like a Saw setting, how interesting would that be? So it's basically about it's a horror dating show. So it's like four couples, so 8 contestants in total have been kidnapped by me, by my character, and they're forced to sort of partake in these like sadistic games for survival, basically, and they're all being recorded for a dark web audience. And there's different challenges they have to, and it's basically the last couple alive wins, obviously. And I'm the host of the event, and we've got a few henchmen as well to like sort of help out, make sure everything goes smoothly. And we've got a dark web audience obviously watching, and yeah, but we're so excited. We honestly feel like it's something that's just not been done before, and that's why we're so excited to sort of give it to the world.
Wow, that sounds like a great one to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah, because like I sometimes watch Married at First Sight with my mom and dad, and
Yeah,
yeah, I just think like this movie is gonna be great for like a horror genre.
yeah, that's what we wanted to do because we were just sort of saying like Saw. Now, I mean, the first Saw came out what 20 something years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like back in 2004, like 1 year before I was born.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, literally like 20 years ago. So now the world's changed obviously massively, and I feel like social media and content creation and that's basically taken over the world pretty much. So we were like, let's take Saw but make it sort of more modern and more, yeah, like I said, suitable to today. So yeah, we're super excited. It's going really well. We've got the cast on board, the crew on board. We've gathered a phenomenal team. So I think it's gonna be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be a good one. I'm super excited to see this when it comes out very soon.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get involved as a producer of the movie?
So Jack is literally he's my best mate. He's my boy. We met in drama school, and we've been like super close mates ever since. And obviously he's an actor as well. And I think you interviewed him once for the Haunting at Jack the Ripper's house,
Yeah, yeah,
didn't you?
yeah. I
Yeah.
interviewed him about that movie.
Yeah. So now I love Jack. He's my boy, and he's wanted to do a film like this for ages. And he sort of, I think one day just kind of said "fuck it" and just sort of said, "I'm going to do it." And then he spoke to me about it, and he said, "Do you want to be in the film?" as the host, because the character that I want is very, once again, similar to Mad Hatter, but similar to the Joker. He wants this very theatrical character who's like a game show host, but sadistic. And I was like, mate, that sounds right up my alley. Like that sounds like, I've got an idea already of how I'd play that. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then because we're like, me and him were like that, we just kept talking about the project, and I had some ideas, and he liked it. And then lo and behold, he then said, do you want to hop on as a producer onto this project and have like your own sort of somewhat creative control over this as well? And I was like, yeah. So since then, we've just been absolutely 24/7 talking about this project, and I'm now a writer on it as well. So we got me, him, and another writer as well on board. So all writing it, producing it, and yeah. So I'm sort of got my, I'm involved in a few departments now. But I love it. Like I've never produced something before. I've sort of helped out a little bit. I've never been a proper producer on a project, and I love it. Honestly, it's so interesting having your own sort of saying things over the script and over the, everything, the world. So yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. Cause like I think that's actually the first time I know that you're producing a film, and like I just thought like that's amazing.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, no, I've got a couple potential things coming up in the future that I'll be producing, but this is my first one. I'm actually sort of I've dived in deep, and yeah, it's all going really well, and it's kind of crazy. We start filming in November, so we start filming then, and we want the film, hopefully, if all goes well, be released next year, 2026. So it's crazy. We were talking about this months ago, and now it's all sort of happening. The team's on board. It's all all hands on deck. So yeah, really exciting times.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna put that on my list.
Cheers, man.
So, yeah. Um. So I think I have one more question for that movie.
Mhm.
What do you expect the audience would feel when they see the movie?
This is another thing about the movie as well. As much as we want it to be like a Love Island meets Saw kind of meets, that kind of world, we also want to make something that's sort of like, obviously now gore is such an important thing in the horror world. Like gory films, especially like Terrifier, that kind of thing, are really sort of taking over the horror game and doing very well. So we wanted to sort of hit that level. So we're making this film so gory. Like I've got a meeting today with the SFX team, and we've got such a good SFX department on board, and we've literally just listed so many kills that we want. I mean, crazy stuff. Like even I'm like, how am I thinking of this? This is disturbing. And we've given it to them. They've gone, yeah, we can make that. We can just give us like a month and we can do it. So we're like, the gore is insane. And we also, so that's one thing. We also want to make the host, my character, like the most sadistic character you've ever seen. Like we want to like make it the top art, the clown, top everything. We want to make this character like the ultimate, just there's no good in him, just pure evil, and he just lives for violence, and that's the host. So we want to make him, yeah, topping everything, topping Mad Hatter, topping Art the Clown, topping the Joker, all of it, and that's our plans. We want to hit that level as well. So I hope the audience come away thinking like, oh my god, I've never seen this kind of thing before. This has hit that level, and yeah, that's the plan. So.
Well, because like I'm gonna say about what my hopes are, because you said it's gonna be the goal like Terrifier. I'm just
Mhm.
like hell yeah, because like I love so much gore.
Yeah, no, honestly, it is like the stuff we were saying. Like, obviously, I'm not going to say it now. I want it to be a surprise for the audience. But me and Jack, we just had so many brainstorming sessions, and we've just said like, what would be the most fucked up thing could happen in this moment in the script, and we'd say it, and we'd be like, no, surely we can't do that. They can't make that. And we'd tell the makeup department, and we go, yeah, we can make that. Just give us a bit of time. We can do that. And we're going into the detail of the gore and everything like that. So the fact that they've said yes and confirmed everything, literally every single kill we want, is amazing. So it's really exciting stuff. So if you like gore, I feel like you're in for a treat. And yeah, man, it'd be cool to we'll get the cast on this podcast at some point as well. Once the film's sort of out there and stuff like that, we'll contact them to come on board.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, so that I can interview the others to like celebrate the movie coming out.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah. Um. So I'm gonna talk to you about Pinocchio Unstrung because you did the puppeteer. How did you
Mhm.
get involved being a puppeteer?
So that was really interesting. So basically, once again, through Scott. So through Scott, he's
Yeah.
amazing. It's yeah,
Yeah,
bless him.
he's great.
Yeah, yeah, I love Scott. And he texted me randomly one day. Once again, I got a random message, and just saying, because I love doing character work as well. So like Tigger was more of a like character work rather than like proper human acting, because he wasn't a human, if that makes sense. And I've done a lot of that in my training at drama school and even before then. And I feel like Scott knew that, so he texted me one day and saying, "There's something here I think you might like. Let me know if you're interested." And it was, I've never actually done puppeteering before. I've done stuff similar, but he was like, but puppeteering is like a form of character work, because you're bringing this doll alive and giving it personality through movement and speech and whatever. And he was like, "Would you be interested in that?" And I literally instantly said yes. I thought it's something like another string to your bow. Never done it before. It'd be really interesting to sort of learn new skills and sort of see a different side to the industry and to the art, really. So that's how so I got involved with Scott, and I loved it. It was really interesting to do something so different from acting. You're still bringing a character to life in such a different way, which I found really interesting. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because like I think Martin did told me that he's doing the face expression. I think. Yeah,
It's really, yeah, it's quite funny. We had I mean, have you seen the doll, like the video? Because there's so
yeah,
much like detail in the face. So we literally had like Martin was doing like the mouth and the eyes, like, and then we had another guy called Sam who's amazing. He was doing like the forehead and the I don't know, the forehead and like the smile or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or something like that, or the head movement. Like, there's so many details in this doll. So that's like two people just working the face to make it look, alive. And then you had me and a guy called Ross who's amazing, and we were like doing the legs and the arms and the body and some of the head movements and the fingers, and just like all, like, you forget, like, you think one person could do this, but you think no, it's literally a team of four of us. And just to like do the most simple scene, have one line and, like, I don't know, turn off a light switch or something, but that takes so much work just to lift the arm, do like articulate the fingers to do that, and then talk and move the eye. Do you know what I mean? There's so much work that goes into this doll. But then I was really grateful that Reese, the director, showed me a little clip of it, like after the green screen was sort of done. And it's a really weird feeling. Like, I was so proud of the work, but in a different way, because it wasn't me acting, but I remembered those movements that we were doing, and then seeing the doll alive in that world. It was, yeah, rewarding, but in a different way. So yeah, it's really cool.
yeah. It is really cool because like I saw that clip on Instagram, that movement of Pinocchio, and that looks terrifying, and like that got me so excited to see Pinocchio Unstrung when it comes out.
Yeah, the doll was amazing. Honestly, we had like so many, there's like different dolls on set that we had like for different scenes, and I found myself just staring at the doll. Like, sometimes you see it talking, and you're like, how the hell? I mean, the team they had on board was so good. They're like Todd Masters on board and his whole team over from Canada. I think that's where they're based. And yeah, they're honestly the amazing, phenomenal team. So yeah, it was a great project to be a part of.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I have one more question for Pinocchio Unstrung.
Yeah.
What do you hope the audience feel about seeing the movie? Because I'm super excited to see it.
I think it'll be once again like another entry into the, from the Twisted Childhood universe, but once again like a whole different world. I think of like the Winnie films are like the popcorn fun slasher, just have fun with your mates, sort of, gore fest. And then Peter Pan's obviously very dark and twisted and that kind of vibe. And I feel like Pinocchio might bring a different, like, maybe more grounded. Obviously, I've not seen the film yet, but like, might be more grounded, more realism, because there's like, there's different themes there with like the children and the relationship between Pinocchio and other characters. Obviously, I'm not going to give anything away, but I hope that, yeah, maybe like they'll see that because of these different characters in these different worlds, it's almost like, even though it's in the same universe, every film feels so different, if that makes sense, and it'll bring different
Yeah.
qualities. So I think, well, I hope that's what the audience, I think they will take that from this film, is that it's not just Winnie and like the craziness of Tigger and all of that, which is so much fun, obviously, but there's also this, like, depending on what kind of films you like, there's something for everyone, for all horror fans, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's Vic. You
Mhm.
can, and have you seen Bambi the Reckoning?
I've not seen Bambi yet. I know it's really bad of me. I've not seen it. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I've not had a chance to watch it yet. Is it out on? I know obviously it did its cinema release, but there's some VOD yet. Is it?
I have a feeling that they said in the UK they might release on like DVD and Blu-ray in the 27th of October, I think.
Okay, okay, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, no, it's bad. I've not watched it yet. So no, as soon as I can, I will watch Bambi.
Yeah,
because I'll be fighting alongside him. So
yeah,
I need to
yeah,
watch it.
yeah. Because I saw Bambi the Reckoning, and
Mhm.
I think it was amazing.
Yeah, but there we go. Once again with Bambi, like I feel like that brings different qualities to the universe as well. Like this big monster, and I love films like that. Like I'm a big fan of like Godzilla and those sort of films. So I feel like Bambi brings that quality to the universe. And then when Pooniverse does happen, it's going to be all these different worlds, all these different characters that are so different but in the same universe, which I think is going to be really cool. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that'll be so cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Bambi the Reckoning when you're able to.
thanks, man. Yeah, and I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the questions I got. So it
Cool.
is such a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks, bro. It's good to be back, man. And obviously, I'll be back in the future if you want me to talk about. Obviously, we've got more Twisted Childhood Universe films coming out. Season 13's coming out next year. So, whenever you want me back on, man, just give me a shout and I'll be here.
Yeah, that sounds great. It'll be so great to have you back one day.
Cool. Wicked. Cheers, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, guys, if you haven't seen Fairest of Them All, then I recommend go checking it out because Lewis as the Mad Hatter was terrifying and does remind me of the Joker. So, you guys need
Thanks,
to
man.
check out this movie.
Yeah. It's
So,
on Apple TV, I think, and something else. You have to check it. Google it. But it's on, I know it's on Apple TV. So, yeah.
yep, you heard him, guys. So, make sure to check it out. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this interview, and it's such a pleasure to have Lewis. So, thank you again, Lewis, for your time to come back to chat with me.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Cheers, bro.
Yeah, and I hope we chat again soon.
Yeah. Talk in the future, man. I'll be back on for season 13 or Pooniverse or something.
It sounds great. So, so
Perfect.
guys, so guys, make sure to stay spooky and have a great day or night wherever you are. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Cheers. Thank you.